Aloha, pile number 1. This is Still Waters and Tarot Talk Story. Welcome to your pick a card reading, Understanding the Helical Heart. The helical heart is a really interesting concept. I think that you should take some time to research this, the helical heart, if you don't know what that is. We want to get into a deeper understanding of what our helical heart, our heart muscle, our circulatory system, our chi, our prana system. We want to get some information from our helical heart today. That's the purpose of this reading. What is our helical heart trying to tell us? Let's get into your reading. If you like this reading, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a reading from me. With that said, let's get started. Okay, marriage. We pulled the marriage card here. So this has to do with a contract, I feel. There's a contract here involving you and another party. This could be literally a marriage or a relationship. This could be a marriage coming up in your life, or this could be some other kind of contract that with another party here. So it could be some kind of a proposal, a business idea, business proposal, maybe something that you're working on right now, or it could literally be about a marriage here. I'm seeing a lot of joy and happiness here. This is a happy card, at least from how I am reading this card in the moment, using my intuition. I feel like this is joy and happiness. I feel like this is 10 of Cups energy here, which is like the ultimate joy, happiness, getting everything you want. So I think that you need to pay attention. What is this proposal here going on? And I think that the prospect of this being a successful union, a successful contract, is very high, I feel. Let's move on. Okay. Positive movement forward. Yeah, I think that's what I'm getting with the marriage card here. I think that there's some positive movement coming up for you, pile number 1. That's what your helical heart, your literal heart muscle. So let me explain to you a little bit about the helical heart. So the reason why I'm showing this is because you see how this sail, now you have 2 sails here, but it almost looks like it's kind of folded. And so our heart muscle is literally a helix. So it actually, the muscle itself is not like, it unfolds beautifully into like a spiraling rope of ligaments and tissue, and you can actually unroll your literal heart muscle into this beautiful rope. And so the way that it twines around itself is like the magnetotorus. So it's like a toroidal tornado structure. The spiraling of the cosmos is literally your heart. And your heart doesn't pump, okay? They think the heart has always been perceived as a pump by Western medicine, but that's not what it's doing. It's actually more like a tornado, like a tornadic force of sucking and pushing out, and it's not really a pump. It's more like it's constantly flowing, and the circulatory system works completely together along with all your entire system of your body, and this is how we're connected to everything that is. So this is the message that our helical heart is trying to tell us, that there's some positive movement here. There's some happiness here. There's productivity, and a lot of like the wind is in your sails here, pile number one, and it wants to push you forward. So your heart is feeling very positive about what's going on with you right now. And so you need to really, really pause for a moment and just think about that. Think about what your helical heart is trying to tell you about this positive energy and this positive movement. Your heart is very happy. And even if you may not feel that way, your heart is telling you that there's some positive movement going on here. There's a proposal here. There's a lot of love here. And your heart wants to tell you that it loves you and that it's really excited about what's going on with you. What a wonderful way to start your reading, pile number one. Okay, we have the cross here. Oh boy. Okay. So the cross, and the cross is upside down. So maybe you're having some kind of issue with your faith here, pile number one. Are you having issues when it comes to faith? Are you having issues when it comes to just your feeling about positivity, positive movement forward? Maybe you're not exactly feeling that way, but your helical heart wants to tell you that this doesn't matter, okay? This stuff doesn't matter. The structures of things and the way things sort of like stop you, either, the way that society is structured, the way that our institutions are structured, because this represents institutions and society and faith, and the way that we feel, the way that society, the things that society has put on us can make us feel really confused and really down. But what your helical heart wants to tell you here, pile number one, is that despite this feeling, you're going in a positive direction. So don't worry so much. Don't worry so much, pile number one, because things are actually moving forward in a good direction. So that's something you need to think about and have faith in that. Shodashi. Ooh, okay. Shodashi. So this energy to me is very mysterious. This is a maiden of mystery. This is a maiden of magic. Yeah, this is a maiden that literally represents the exotic and the erotic. So I don't know why this is coming up in your reading right now, but there's a reason why it's coming up in your reading. Maybe you need to start connecting with your sacral chakra. Yeah. You need to start meditating on your, maybe you need to get healthy in this area, in the sacral chakra. You need to get healthy with your sex organs. I'm trying to, this is interesting how this is coming up in your reading. Maybe you've been having a hard time with this, with your sensuality, or maybe you're feeling, I don't feel like this is like over sexuality. That's not what I'm feeling. What I'm feeling is maybe you need to start connecting with that. You need to start exploring your gender identity and the way that you express yourself sexually. I don't want to get too graphic here. I mean, this is not a kids channel. I don't want this to be a kids channel. However, I'm feeling like this has to do with that. And that you've been kind of, I think you need to get yourself ready for something. What are you getting ready for? It seems really like, ooh, very mysterious. We'll come back to that. But let's move on. We have a lot of cards to get through here. Beta of Spirit Wolf. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, your reading is going in a really interesting direction here, because again, I'm feeling like this sacral, primal, very deep goddess energy, deep energy, primal energy. The energy of creation is within you. It's brewing and it's really starting to bubble over. Why am I getting this in your reading? It's just so interesting, because I see this wolf here, and this wolf is just like it's ready to pounce. Yeah, this is primal energy. This is ancient energy. And this is energy of your ancestors. And they're kind of like telling you that, yeah, you need to start grounding yourself. And by grounding yourself, I mean in your sacral chakra. You know, grounding from, from your literal sex organs, and grounding that into the fires of the earth, and drawing the fires of the earth up through your sex organs and into your heart muscle. Yeah, because your helical heart is trying to tell you this, that the heart pumps blood into these sex organs here. Your sex organs, your heart pumps the blood into your sex organs, yeah? And whenever you get aroused or excited, the heart pumps into there. So your helical heart wants to tell you that you need to start healing this area of your physical body. Yeah, this primal area, this very basic, when we get down to what a wolf wants, what does a wolf think about? A wolf thinks about its next meal. It thinks about mating. It thinks about territory. It thinks about its environment. It thinks about its safety. These are all very primal, very primitive, very, this is who we are, because we're connected with these animals. Yeah, human beings are very connected to, especially to the wolf, because our relationship with the wolf from the very beginning was a partnership, guys. It was a marriage. Yeah, the wolf, our familiar animal, the animals that we befriended to help us, to show us, to protect us. And we would feed them, and they would warm us and keep us warm at night so that we wouldn't die in the cold, in the elements. Yeah, this is our shield, our protector. And our protector wants us to really ground from the base of the root of our body, from our sacral chakra, wants us to ground it in and reinvigorate it. Reinvigorate this part of our life and our body. It's very important for overall health. You cannot neglect this aspect of your life. How have you been neglecting this aspect of your life, pile number one? You can't see, because this and this is like polar opposites, baby. I mean, this almost looks demonic, right? And we're supposed to be pious like this, but this can actually make us ill. Too much of something can make you ill, because it can make you neglect parts of yourself that keep you healthy. So we just, something to think about here, but let's move on. That's really interesting. I'm really kind of intrigued by your reading here, pile number one. So, okay, let's see here. We have the King of Wands here. Wow. We have the King of Wands. Yeah. This is really interesting. Very strong, masculine, fiery energy here. Yeah. This is someone who really takes charge of things. I mean, he's kind of a beast, kind of a bastard. And, it's almost like in relation to your reading here, just using this card as a guide to really help us focus on our reading here. So what I'm seeing with this card is that there's a lot of masculine energy going on here. very primal energy. And it's almost like we can't neglect the feminine. It's like she's completely surrendered to him, which is fine and dandy, but she also can embody this. You know what I'm saying? This is what the society right now is fearful of. It's fearful of, too much of this is bad, too much of that is bad, too feminine, too masculine. We need to forget about all that. Okay, you need to forget about all that gender ideology. Just forget about it for now and just try to strengthen both aspects. So if you're feeling like there's too much masculine, start to soften yourself a little bit, calm yourself down a little bit, because feminine energy is just yin. Okay, you got to think of it that way. That's the toroidal structure of the heart. So the heart it goes two ways. So there's yin energy and yang energy. So men are yang, women are yin, masculine, yang, feminine, yin, feminine spirit, feminine psychic, masculine, doing fire and very grounded. So we need to balance these two aspects in our heart. The heart is asking you to balance, because this feels like very imbalanced, right? One is too much stronger than the other. So we need to balance this out. So maybe we need to get more feminine, yeah, more goddess, more feminine, because goddess energy is also very masculine. So it's balanced, is what I'm saying. Goddess energy is very balanced because it's very strong. You don't mess with a goddess, right? It's like, a guy fighting with a goddess, he better bring his A game, is what I'm saying. She's not bringing her A game here. She's just like flaccid. Yeah, this is very different. So you can see these two feminine figures, they're very different. One is very embodied and very strong, and he's very embodied, but it's imbalanced because it's very aggressive. So that's what we want to do. That's what your helical heart is telling you. You need to get balance. You need to soften this aggressive side, the aggressiveness. Maybe approach things a little more calmly. Try not to be so, try not to put importance where it doesn't belong. So like, mind your own business, basically, is what I'm saying. We can become busybodies and way too, because you know what this is here, even though it's a man, this is Karen energy. Like a Karen. This is Karen energy. Karen's got to get in everybody's face. They got to control the situation all the time. And, she doesn't have to control the situation because she's just doing her own thing. She is not worried about other people's karma. Yeah. But this one, she's just like asleep. No. You want to awaken your sacral chakra here. Yeah, that's what the helical heart is telling us. It's interesting, isn't it? Okay, let's move on. We have more tarot cards here. Okay, dream space. Interesting, dream space. I'm going to pull two tarot cards together and see if there's a stronger message here. Okay, so we have dream space, and we have the Five of Cups. Yeah, we need to go into our dream space here because we're feeling like we're missing out. We're feeling like things are not going the way that we want, but we've turned our back on what's most important here. Yeah, what's most important here is that we are okay, and that we're such a wonderful, sweet, and very fragile person. We're very fragile, and we need to recognize that we need to take care of our helical heart. We need to love our heart and embrace ourselves. Yeah, embrace ourselves and start to really heal from the sacral chakra up through all our entire circulatory system. Because you see, yes, this is a tree, but so is our circulatory system. So is the system that our helical heart muscle is like this. It's part of this whole system here. And it delivers life, blood, energy to keep us alive. That's what's important. Our heart is important here. And we need to show our heart a little love and attention and calmness and breathe and just fill our heart up with good energy. Because that's what's important here. You know, all this other stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The things that have not worked out wasn't meant for us. So we need to forget about that for now. Yeah, and just work on being healthy in our heart. Yeah. Recognizing that what's most important in this world is you and your heart, your precious heart that keeps you going. Because that's where the center of our being is in our heart. Yeah, and when our heart breaks, guess what happens? You know, it's a literal death, because our heart wants to keep us going, you know. It has enough electricity to power the whole universe right inside our little panda body. How interesting, isn't it? Yeah. We need to get healthy, get grounded. Okay, let's see here. So we have the Ace of Pentacles here. This is abundance, guys. This is abundance. Yeah, putting the heart in our hand. Our heart wants to give us everything that we want. Our heart wants us to be happy. That's all. This is really peaceful energy, very loving energy. And our heart literally wants to give us all our desires. And it does every single day. It keeps us alive so that we can fulfill our desires. This is the purpose of our heart. You know, our heart is very, it's temperamental, because we have to recognize that it exists. And that's really hard, because it's one of those things that's just kind of working in the background to support us. Like breathing. I mean, we forget to breathe a lot. I mean, we know we're breathing, but we start to breathe more shallow, not as deep, not as purposeful, and not as intentional. So, let's see. So there's this practice that some monks do, and what they do is, in the monastery, they'll ring a bell. So everybody's going about their day. Let's say some are eating, some are cleaning, some are just socializing. But anytime this bell rings, they have to stop what they're doing, take a moment to center themselves, and just breathe. And I don't know how long that goes for, maybe like a minute or two. And then the bell rings again, and then they can continue going about with what they're doing. It sounds like it's very disruptive, but actually what this is doing is reminding you to breathe, because breathing is so important. So take a moment, even right now, let's just take a moment and breathe. Very deeply in through your nose. And breathe it out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Again, one more time. Breathe in. And release. Whoa. Now, don't you feel so much better? Exactly. So this is why they do this in the monastery. Because no matter how you're feeling, good, bad, whatever, you get really caught up in things, it's so important to just stop and breathe and recenter and recalibrate yourself. And this is what your helical heart wants to tell you today. That just know that I'm there, pile number one. I'm here for you, and I want to give you everything you want. And you're going forward in such a great positive direction here, and I'm really proud of you. You're doing great, and it's only going to get better from here, guys. Two of Cups. Ooh, yeah, Two of Cups energy. This is great. This is super delightful energy here. You're enjoying each other's company. You're gonna get what you want. Be that wonderful relationship. It's on its way because you're experiencing positive movement. It's happening. And that was what I was getting when I was doing the November readings. I was getting that we're going through a transition here where things are starting to upswing. And what your helical heart wants to tell you here, because this is perfect representation of your helical heart and how it pumps and flows. And what this is trying to tell you is we can connect our helical hearts together with others. And we can go through that, Magneto-Taurus. We can become generators. Yeah, we can become literal electronic love fountains of energy and vitality and purpose. Yeah, and of light in this world. And we can heal each other, and we can heal this world by connecting with each other and combining our hearts together, our helical hearts, wrapping them around each other. Making love with each other. This is how we help the universe fulfill its purpose, which is what we're here to do. We're not just here for mindless entertainment. We're not just here to just exist and then die. We're not just here to be and to do. We're here and we have a purpose for being here, and we're figuring that out together, guys. This is awesome. Past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. Wow. So you just need to love here, and you need to give a lot of love to yourself, and you need to fill yourself up with love, because once you're full of love, that love will transfer onto others. You don't have to force it, because forcing your love on others, it doesn't work. It never ever works. It can be rejected. And we wonder why we get rejected, because we were forcing something that can't be forced. Love cannot be forced. It just is. It just exists, and it grows, and it goes away if we try to force it. It's time to release any stagnant situations. So what situations in your life are just stagnating and not moving forward and not progressing? Yeah. What energy is stagnant in your life? What is causing it to be stagnant? Maybe you haven't been tying up loose ends. Yeah. That's super important, guys, to tie up any loose ends in your life. It's super important to get rid of things that you aren't using anymore. Be that digital or physical. Because we live in a digital age now, guys. We can't avoid that. We're in the age of AI. Yeah, artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence It's got its tendrils literally in everything. You know, its energy is tapped into everything. I mean, how confusing. So I think we need to pare down whatever is in our life that is stagnant and that's useless and that we're not using anymore. We can shelve it. We can give it away. Yeah. But we need to start doing this to transform our heart space into a healthier place. Yeah. It's really easy in this world now to have a sick heart because of our diets, because of the mindless entertainment, because of the mindless way we have treated relationships. The way that people go about relationships now is just so weird, isn't it? It's just fucking weird. Like, we find people via apps. Our relationships are found via apps. Are you kidding me? But yeah, that's true for a lot of us. You know, that we met our husband, we met our partner through an app on our phone. Our phones are kind of ruling our entire lives. Look, you're getting advice through your phone. We live in a digital age now. We can't change that. But we can hone this digital reality, and we can make it work very positively for us, but we have to get rid of all the fluff. So that's what that's telling us there. Okay, let's move on because we have quite a few more cards here to get through. Okay, Starseed, what lights you up? Yeah, you're a starseed, pile number 1. Yeah, you are made of stardust, and you're a star seed, meaning you are here to seed this reality and to help this reality grow and create new things. You're a very creative person, and your heart wants to tell you that you are a literal star seed, and you need to figure out what lights you up, because that's what your heart wants. It's the light generator. So what makes your heart light up, pile number 1? Yeah? Is it love? Is it connection with others? Yeah, you need to cultivate that. You need to get yourself, your physical self, ready for that, because maybe that's something that you want, but you're afraid. And I don't blame you for being afraid. I don't blame you for lacking faith in things, because you know, that's to be expected nowadays. This world is not very, it doesn't inspire a whole lot of faith, and it doesn't inspire a whole lot of, I would say, trust in others. But I think that you can trust your heart, because your heart will never, ever leave you. But your heart needs you in order for it to function, and that's really important. Your heart needs the light that you bring to it. So what lights you up? Figure that out. Strength here. You have courage. You can endure. Find your center and spiral into your power. What was I saying? The helical heart. The helical heart knows how strong you are. The helical heart is working so hard because you are working so hard. And the helical heart is strengthened by your conviction and your power. You're a powerful being, and you are a very courageous being. And just take faith in that, and how powerful and creative you are. Pile number 1. This is amazing and awesome energy, and I'm so proud of you, because you're spiraling into your power at this time, and that's amazing. Okay, there's a new guy in town. Sorry, I'm getting a little flustered because people are getting off of work right now. I'm walking past my car. So there's a new guy in town. Who's this new guy in town? Pile number 1. This is somebody coming towards you. And I think this is what we're talking about. I think this is coming full circle in your reading. Yeah. Maybe the marriage. Maybe this King of Wands. But there's a new guy in town. And I think this person is going to approach you with a proposal of some kind. And you need to get ready for that. You need to get ready for this new guy in town. You know, this, if that doesn't resonate, this could literally be you. This could literally be you after you have connected with your helical heart and strengthened it, and strengthened your sacral chakra and your whole and spiral. I wish I could mix words, you know, but I can't. Spiraling into your power, and you become this new guy in town, or you're getting ready for this new guy in town. Okay, there's more messages on the back here. Peace is within you. Once you get clear, and once you spiral within yourself, and you spiral within your power, and you connect your helical heart so completely, and you get it pumping so completely, it's peace that rises out of that, you know? It's not an explosive energy. It is very powerful, but it's a peaceful energy is what it is. Breathing is what helps with this. Yeah, breathe into your peace, into your heart, and love your heart, and envelop your heart, and your heart will be at peace. Your heart wants to be at peace. Surrender. Whoa. How did we get the surrender card here? That's so crazy. Whoa. Surrender. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. So we got the surrender card here. Yeah, we need the helical heart is telling us that, you know, in order to spiral, we need to surrender to the universe here. We need to surrender. Yeah. So really what this is saying, okay, what your helical heart is saying is that it doesn't take much. It just takes you letting go. Yeah, you don't have to control the outcome here. You don't have to be so much in control and in that masculine space. You can just deep dive into yourself and let go and surrender. That's so important and so healing. This is healing. To surrender to the universe, and to surrender to the universe that's literally living inside you and literally contained in your heart space. Fantastic. Okay, guys. It's time to unplug. Yeah. We were just talking about the digital reality that we live in. We need to just leave our phone at home and go and unwind somewhere. Or leave your phone for a while, turn it off, read a book, make yourself some lemonade or some wonderful iced tea here. Yeah, make yourself some tea. Do something really healing for your body. Really healing. Find an herbal tea, you know, that helps support your heart. That helps support your circulatory system, your chakras, helps you to align your chakras, your sacral chakra, you know, maybe if, you know, something that supports your sex organs. There's teas for that, there's herbs for that. And that, you know, you need to add those herbs to your diet. Literally. You can make teas and take vitamins to help support you in that way, if that's more your style of meditation. Maybe your style of meditation is more tangible, like taking vitamins, drinking herbal teas, making salads with specific herbs in them. You can do little things here to sort of to support yourself. But what this card is saying is that it's time to unplug. Recharge your soul batteries by unplugging from the digital world, literally. Connect with yourself by disconnecting from distractions, such as other people's to-do lists. Oh my gosh, this is something that personally I have had trouble with my entire life. Is I take on other people's stuff, and even if they don't ask me to. This is the Karen energy, guys. This is the Karen energy, when you're kind of in everybody's stuff because you're trying to overdo it. You're overdoing it. So yeah, disconnect from that. Take a stroll. The best way to generate fresh and innovative ideas is to balance the virtual and natural worlds. Balance. Because we're not going to get out of the digital world. I mean, you can. You literally can. People have done it. People are doing it. They're doing it to a certain degree. But at this time that we're living in, we have become more like software. Yeah? Our brains have literally become more like software. So our helical heart is trying to tell us that it understands that, and it's evolving with that, okay? Our physical bodies are literally evolving with that, because if it wasn't, we'd all be dead. So a lot of people don't know when they're younger. They don't know the fears that came with cell phone use back in like the 80s. They said we were all going to die of brain cancer like instantly, and that didn't happen. So where our bodies are evolving to all this radiation, all this information, all of this. Our brains have become like software, and our bodies are becoming more like hardware. So at this time, we need to balance it out. We need to balance it. The birds in the trees have just as much to teach you as the internet. How interesting. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to take that to heart, because that's cool. Yes, they do. The birds, the butterflies, the soil, the sky, the sun, the ocean, the mountains. Yeah, and just the wind. I mean, just being out in the elements, that has a lot to teach us, because these are all aumakua. These are all teachers, and these are all our elemental helpers. Yeah, connecting, hugging trees, or just digging your toes into the soil. These recharge us. It's like literally like plugging our USB cord in and recharging ourselves. This is how we do it. You can recharge yourself in nature. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Pile number 1. Your helical heart had a lot to say, and I'm so glad that we did this reading today. Your helical heart really wants to tell you that you're doing great, and there's a lot of positive movement forward, and it just wants to tell you, hello, I'm here, and thank you, and I love you, and thank you guys, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, do all the things, right? Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification so you never miss a reading from me. Still Waters of Talk Story Tarot. Have a wonderful week. Aloha. Aloha. Pile number 2. This is Still Waters, your tarot interpreter for today. Today we're going to be discussing the helical heart. Now, the helical heart is a very interesting new development in medical science. Um, recently, cardiologists have discovered that the heart is actually not a basically a single muscle pump made of different chambers. It's actually something that is more like a helix, more like a rubber band. So the heart can actually be unwrapped and unfolded to reveal a single strand of, and that when it comes back together, it's like a hug. It's like a literal heart hug. And I found this extremely fascinating, and I would love to explore further what the helical heart wants to tell us. If you like this reading, pile number 2, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a reading from me. With that being said, let's see what the helical heart wants to tell us today. And I highly recommend for you, pile number 2, to look up the helical heart. There's videos of it on YouTube. But first of all, let's get into your reading, okay? So, toil and labor. Toil and labor. So the helical heart wants to tell you, pile number 2, you are working too hard. You are working too much. I apologize for the vibration here, but I am in my car. I'm still in my car doing these readings, and I have to keep the engine on for the air conditioner so I don't overheat, and that I have some privacy from people outside of my car, and because I'm in a public parking lot. But anyway, let's get back into the reading. You can see here, children. These look like children to me. They don't look like adults. These are definitely children, and they are, I have no idea what they're doing. They're at this machine here. It's almost like a machine that makes maybe clothing. But it looks to me like they're just kind of, they're so involved in their work here. They have deadlines to meet. They have a lot of stress. Their backs are hunched here. But there is light above them. See the light? I always look for light sources. There's also messages here, and there's a kitty. Okay, there's messages here. Oh, it looks like, yeah, this is like cloth or clothing. But I feel like the message here from our helical heart is that we're toiling too much, and we don't need to. This is an unnecessary waste of energy on your part, and you need to start taking more breaks. I know that's easier said than done, but you need to figure it out really quickly here, because you're gonna just collapse. That's what I'm getting from your helical heart. Your helical heart is worn out, baby. It's worn out, it's tired, it's stressed out, and it's having a hard time, keeping you going when you're in this energy. This energy is very depressed energy. It's very sad energy, and it's overstressed and overworked. You're working too hard, and you don't need to. You do not need to work this hard. You do not need to stress out. Maybe you need a complete change of occupation. Maybe you need to go on a vacation. But you need to figure out a different way to make your ends meet, or whatever. Whatever you're doing is not good for you at this point. And you're neglecting the ones that love you. The ones that love you and care about you and really need your help and attention. You're neglecting them. You're working too hard doing stuff that is meaningless. Pile number 2. I hope I'm not screaming at you. I hope that you don't take it that way, but I feel this urgency. Rarely in these readings do I feel this sense of urgency, but my intuition is telling me, pile number 2, you are working too hard. You need to chill out. You need to relax, and you need to start doing a lot of self-care, and you need to start caring about the little ones in your life that care about you. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, this was upside down. So we'll read it as an upside down card. Okay, so we have a ship here. There's not enough, there's like stagnant energy here. So upright, this card is the ship with the wind in its sails, and it's just smooth sailing, baby. It's going not exactly smooth. I mean, the waters are choppy here, but upside down, this means you're everything's upside down. You know, your world has been flipped up, literally flipped, and there's stagnant energy here. It's stagnant. It's like you're standing on your head and you can't see the ground. I mean, what is this, pile number 2? What is this? Because I'm feeling it very strong in your reading that something's not right. Something's really not right in your reading. There's no gusto. There's no wind in your sails. It's like you're just done. Your helical heart is telling you that it's kaput. It's kaput. Maybe not necessarily physically, like you're sick or you know, you need to deal with your health or anything like that, but it could be is your health good? You know, have you been checking on your blood pressure? Have you been checking on your, you know, with your doctors or whatever? I'm not telling you what to do here, but I'm just saying the wind is out of the sails and there's a lot of stagnant energy and things are straight flipped upside down here. And yeah, so I'm getting that very strongly, that you're stressed out, you're working too much, your back is hunched, you're tired, you're over it, you're not taking good care of your helical heart here, or the ones that love you. Love is required. Okay, I've got another upside down card here. What is going on? This is emotional withdrawal. Emotional withdrawal. Yeah, I think your emotions are about to burst here. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you're losing it a little bit. Is that the case? Have you been having bouts of like where you just kind of lash out, or you're just over it and you just start screaming at people, or what is going on? Because that's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm getting with this card upside down. You're not emotionally withdrawn. You're emotionally done. And you've had enough, and you're tired of being abused, and you're tired of, you know, just the situation that you're in. A lot of it's directed towards yourself here. I'm going to take a drink because my throat is parched. Man, yeah, my throat is parched. What does that mean? My throat is parched. I think that you're just parched. You're emotionally parched. And you've had enough, and you just don't even care anymore. There's depression here. There's depression here. There's not just emotional withdrawal, but there's your emotions are just all over the place. Yeah. You're ready to lash out at people because you're just done with everything, and it's not necessarily their fault or your fault or anybody's fault. It's just the situation that you're finding yourself in at this point is so frustrating, and it's not where you want to be, period, point blank, period. You don't want to be here. You've had enough. But there's hope here. Because whenever I see the ocean, and the ocean is coming up in your reading twice already, you need water. I mean, it always comes down to the basic elements. The healing elements of this world is what heals us. So you need water. I'm not going to get too into the modalities, what you need right now, because I want to get further into your reading. But I'm seeing water here. I'm seeing water. I'm also seeing prayer. I'm seeing almost like behind you too, reflection. It looks like watercolors. But yeah, let's just keep going here. Excuse me. Okay. Mandala of the heart. What are we talking about here? We're talking about the heart. We're talking about the helical heart. So the helical heart literally looks like a bunch of rubber bands. Or if you've ever seen bearded dragon candy, where they take the string of sugar powdered sugar in a string. They powder it, and then they fold it over and fold it over and fold it over until there's just like hundreds of strings. That's what the helical heart looks like, stretched out. It's just like a lot of tissue that pumps our blood, not just pumps it, but it pumps it in a magnetotorus, in a torus. Look up the torus, because that's how the heart pumps, in the torus. So people who know a lot about psychedelics, they often see during their shamanic journeys or psychedelic experiences the magnetotorus. Now the magnetotorus is like a tornado that connects in the middle. It's like a double tornado that connects in the middle. So it's just like an infinity, but it's spinning. Okay, it's spinning like this, and it's just like the most magical engine. It's the engine of the universe, right? I mean, I don't want to talk too much in fluffy language here, because I want to know what the helical heart is trying to tell us. So the mandala of the heart is here for you, and it needs you to understand, and it needs you to recognize it, and it needs you to embrace it. And start embracing your precious heart. Start embracing your precious life. Start caring about your life, because your life is all you have. There's nothing is going to make anything better in this reality by you not having your life, and you not having your life healthy and in order. Yeah, because we can get so down that we don't want to live anymore. And your helical heart is telling you that you do want to live. And what you need to do is start taking care of yourself. And I know it's hard when you don't want to live. When you don't want to live and you don't want to keep going, it's almost impossible to care about your hygiene, your health, your physical body at all. But you need to start, and you need to start doing little things. Even the most simplest things like brushing your teeth, combing your hair, taking a shower, doing little rituals that we all do, right? But it can get very hard when you're not feeling it. When you're working too hard, just those kind of things go out the window. And what I'm trying to tell you here, what your helical heart is trying to tell you here, that you are precious. And your helical heart loves you so much. And it works hard for you. And the harder you work, and the harder that you ignore your helical heart, the harder it's working to try to say, hey, I'm here, I'm doing my best, but please let me rest. Please give me love. Please give me air. Breathe. You need to breathe very deeply, pile number 2. So take some time, deep breaths, in and out. Take some time to do some deep breathing meditations. Will really, really help to center you. And your center is your helical heart. This is such a beautiful card, because this is letting you know how divine and precious you are, pile number 2. You are worth it. You are worth your own love. You loving yourself, you are worth your love. You are so wonderful, and you are so beautiful, and you are worth it. Do not let this world and the evils going on around you, and the stressors and all the things that are pressing down on you, do not let that break you. You need to embrace your heart and say no more. No, I'm taking a pause. I'm taking some time for my heart. I'm taking some time for me. This is me time, baby. This is about me time. From your sacral chakra, your sexual organs, your solar plexus, your heart, your expression, your throat, all the way up, all the way down. You need to get in balance, and you need to focus that on your heart. Okay. This is really, really important. All this stuff is really, really important. So what we have here is a mandala. I mean, quite obviously, it's a flower, right? But this is the mandala. Okay, the mandala, the flower is a mandala. The fruit, when you cut open a fruit, you know, in half, you see the mandala. When you look at a flower, when you look at a tree from like a drone's eye view, a bird's eye view of a tree, this is what it looks like. When you look at your human body is quite literally a mandala. We have appendages, we have the top of our head. You know, in my language, we call it a giddy giddy, but it's, if you look at a dog, they have this in the patterns of their hair. When a dog goes to the bathroom, he spins, right? With the magnetism of the earth, they spin. Everything spins. Everything is the uzumaki, right? The mandala. The sun is the mandala. You will see this pattern in everything, and this pattern is literally the pattern of your heart. Your helical heart here is so beautiful and so vibrant and just wants to open and express itself. So you need to take time here. Oh, I'm getting tinnitus right now. I need to take a moment. Yeah, I'm getting ringing in my ears. Pile number 2. I have to recognize that, the ringing in my ears. Take a moment. Breathe. Wow, pile number 2. Your reading is super intense and it's really affecting me. Why is that, pile number 2? Why is your reading having such a profound physical effect on me? I think maybe this message is also for me, right? Yeah, but it's really strong. Like, I feel it really powerfully that this is you, and this is the center of you, your helical heart. Yeah, it's pumping for you and it wants to completely express. So what I was getting before, you know, right when I got that ringing in my ears, what I was going to say is that you need to do your artwork. What is your artwork, pile number 2? Only you know what that is. What is that thing that absolutely brings you complete joy when you're doing it? You need to create. You are a divine creator, and your helical heart says you need to start creating. You need to do the thing that you've been putting off because you've been working too hard for other people, or you've been working too hard doing tasks and doing errands and doing stressful things just to survive, right? You can survive with very, very little, way less than you believe. Yeah, you want all these things, okay? Like for me, for example, what I would really love is a kitchen. I have never had a kitchen in my life. I'm, you know, there was maybe a few apartments that had like a kitchenette that I've had in my life, but it seems like every time I'm in any living situation I'm in, it's usually like an addition to someone else's house. And so it's not something that has a full, awesome, like witch's kitchen, which is what I would really like, with an island in it where I can hang my herbs, where I can dry my herbs, where I can make pies, where I can make soups, you know, and with a big sink, you know, and a big oven where I can, you know, cook things and make wonderful things. The heart of the house, the heart of the home. I've never had that. You know, I've worked my whole life, and I've worked really hard my whole life, so you would think that I would have that by now. But that's something that I really, really want. However, I'm still here, and I've survived without it. I've survived with so little, pile number 2. And so can you. You can survive with less than what you think. Right now, what's more important is you taking care of yourself and you doing your artwork, because that is taking care of your helical heart. Your helical heart wants you to do your artwork really badly. It's saying, pile number 2, pause. Start loving yourself, and part of that loving yourself is doing what you love. That thing that excites you, that causes you to bloom. You're ready to bloom. You want to bloom, but it's almost like I saw this video recently where this guy, I guess he grows giant pumpkins. And so what he does is when the pumpkin flowers are like this, they're gonna open up. He goes and he wraps them with cloth, and then he ties them with zip ties. I thought this was so horrific. And these pumpkins are outdoors, right? So they're gonna have pollinators. They're gonna come no matter what, right? The pumpkins are gonna come no matter what. But for some reason, he ties up these flowers, and then he rips them off after a few days. He opens them up, he rips them off, and he takes out the stamen that has all the pollen. Now it did explain why. It's because he didn't want the pollen to fall off. He wanted to keep as much pollen on there so that when he took this stem here and he went to go pollinate another flower and dust it like this, all the pollen was falling off the flower. I was just kind of shocked, like he went through all that trouble for nothing. I mean, you don't want to force it. You don't want to go about it the wrong way. Just let things happen naturally. Pile number 2. You need to allow. You can't force it. You can't manipulate it. And you can't just keep your flower wrapped up tight with zip ties, because that's what you've been doing. You've been slowing down your own progress because you feel like, no, it's not the right time. No, I have too much other stuff to do. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next year, maybe. No, we got to stop that kind of thinking, and we can't be zip tying our helical heart. No more zip ties. We're going to let that pollen spread out. We're going to allow the wonderful seeds in our heart to pollinate the world. Yeah, and by doing our artwork and putting it out there. This is really important here. Pile number 2. Okay, we have another upside down card here. Are all my cards upside down? What's going on? Okay, so this is... Gosh, I can't even read that. This is a queen. Oh, this is the Knight of Cups. This is a new deck. I haven't used this deck yet, but I am familiar with the deck. Other tarot card readers I know use this deck. This is the Knight of Cups, okay? This is the Knight of Cups. So this is someone, male or female, this is someone who has a lot of love for you and a lot of love to give you. I don't know if this person is an angel or animal familiar or quite literally an ancestor, but there's someone here providing you with a lot of love bombs. Love bombs? Yeah, a lot of bombs. Like these it's almost like these butterflies in the stomach, butterflies of love. This person is very, very inviting and very, very, this person quite literally gives you butterflies in your stomach. Who is this? Pile number 2. Who is this? This might be someone that's coming. Yeah, this might be someone that's coming. Or this could be not a person at all. This could be the thing, how you've been feeling. Sometimes we get so caught up in our lives that it gives us butterflies. But one thing that I heard about butterflies in your stomach, pile number 2, there's this artist, I forget her name, but she's a singer, and she did an interview where she was talking about being in love, and she was telling her mom that she had met a guy and she was super in love with him, and like not in love with him, but he gave her butterflies. Okay, she's saying, mom, this guy, he's so awesome, I'm like so into him, he gives me butterflies. And her mom said, well, then he's not the right person for you. And she's like, what are you talking about, Mom? You're just being a mom, right? You're just trying to stop me from liking a guy. No. She explained, her mother explained to her that butterflies is anxiety. The person you're with should make you feel comfortable. The right person for you will not give you anxiety. The right person for you will cause your body to relax and be comfortable in their presence. You're not looking for little snippets of attention, little love bombs, little things that fire up that limerence inside of you. Limerence is it's when you are so into someone, like it's basically the feeling of having a crush, right? So every little thing that person does means way more to you than it does to them. So like if they fall asleep in the middle of the afternoon when they were supposed to call you, and so they don't call you, and then you're like, you're thinking that there was someone else, that kind of thing. Limerence is you hanging on their every word. So I don't know why this is showing up here, but maybe this is some unhealed trauma that we have to deal with as well. That could be causing us a lot of pain here. If we have a crush right now, I'm going to tell you, pile number 2, you need to start working on yourself first. I'm not going to tell you not have a crush, but what I am telling you is that you need to start working on yourself first, because you can't get the love that you want when this is going on, when this kind of limerence dynamic is going on in your life. It can feel so amazing to have that butterfly feeling, to hang on that person's every word, to just be in their presence can be, oh my gosh, it's so amazing, but it's also so painful when it's painful, right? And that is our unhealed trauma. That has nothing to do with the person. That person is just going about their day, their life. They're not hanging on your every word. Are they? No, they're just going about their life. And that's why there's that butterfly dynamic where they could just flutter off at any moment. And so we're so happy that they're in our presence, right? We're so happy that they're present with us, and we hang on that. That is unhealed trauma. That is something that we need to work on. So let's move on, because we have a lot more cards here. Okay, this was upside down too. I don't know, everything's so upside down for you. Ace of Cups. Yeah, Ace of Cups. So this is upside down. So again, we're feeling upside down energy. But as far as the Ace of Cups go, this is you already. So this is already available to you. Everything that you want is there for you. All the wonderful goodness that you're after is here, available to you right now. But you're not seeing it because you're just in this complete turmoil right now. And that's not good, because this message is very simple. This card is very simple. It's available to you. You need to heal your helical heart. Your helical heart is telling you, baby, you've got an Ace of Cups in your hands. You're hanging on the edge here. You don't need to be. It's all there for you. Stop trying to climb to your goal. It's not that difficult. It's not that serious. You just need to stop. You need to stop. You need to breathe, and you need to heal. And that's the most important thing of all at this point, because you're never going to get anywhere until you heal. You're not going to get that pie in the sky until you heal the pie in your heart. Your heart is the most important thing, not that pie in the sky. That thing's not even tangible. What is tangible is your beautiful physical body, and it's begging you to heal. More upside down cards, okay. Empress energy here, but the Empress energy is upside down. So the way I interpret this as far as your reading goes, because I don't read these cards the same every time, because I try to really go with my intuition and the way that this reading is going. And what this is telling me here is that you're not taking care of yourself. I mean, that's obvious. But I'm also talking about what you present the world. What you present the world is very sad, and it's very diffused. And what you need to do is you need to light that fire under you, that fire of just flaming, beautiful beauty. Yeah? You're not taking care of your avatar. Your beautiful, beautiful Empress avatar is being neglected. And your outer beauty is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. And what's going on inside of you is a lot of neglect. There's neglect. I hate to just tell it to you so bluntly, but that's what I'm getting here with this upside down Empress energy. There's neglect here of your overall presentation to this world, and so people are overlooking you. You're being overlooked, and you've been overlooked so many times. And it's not just about your the way you dress, the way you behave. It's not just that. It's also your energy field. Okay, the energy field that's around you is very weak. You're being overlooked. It's almost like you're invisible. You're invisible right now. You're invisible to the people that you really want to be visible to. Yeah? They're ignoring you, and they're not taking you seriously. Because you've been toiling with your back hunched and with your head turned. And you haven't been taking care of the ones that care about you. Yeah, you've been taking care of the wrong things. You need to take care of the ones that care about you, and the very, very one that cares about you is your heart, your helical heart. They need your love and attention. Yeah? Yeah. This needs your attention, your avatar. Yeah? You need to get into nature. Get into nature with your familiar, with your child, with your familiar. Go into nature and just be. Just spend time alone or together and just be in the nature. Nature is a wonderful teacher, and it has so much to tell you. There's so much to be gained in the nature. Leave your phone at home. I know that sounds dangerous, but trust me on this. Just leave your phone. Go somewhere where it's safe enough where you can leave your phone, but you need to disconnect, turn it off or something. Just put it in emergency mode, because you don't want to be mindlessly grabbing for your phone. You need to have it away from you. And you need to just be in the nature and get the wisdom and the knowledge that is already there for you, waiting for you in nature. Trust me on this. You're going to have profound realizations when you do this. Okay, here. Alright. 9 of Pentacles. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. So, as far as your reading goes, you've been working really hard. Yeah. But you need to decide what you're working hard for. And is this worthy of you? Is all of your toil worthy of you? Is it bringing you into alignment with your desires? Is it bringing you into alignment with your heart? Is it giving you, are you taking time? Are you killing yourself now so that you can take time later? Isn't that the way the system of society is set up for us? That we have to suffer and struggle until we're almost dead, and then when we get to that point, then we can, chill out? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That is no way to live your life. That is no way to live the best years of your life. The best years of your life should be lived, pile number 2. You need to truly live in this world, and you need to truly enjoy this world. So you need to figure out what that means for you and how to do that. It's not going to be an easy task to figure this out, but you need to, because time is running short, and your helical heart wants to tell you that, all of this, are you waiting for this, or is this you now? Because this should be you right now. You should be enjoying the fruits of your labor now, not later. Yeah. It's not coming. It's never going to come. And that is the sad, sad fact of this reality that we find ourselves in now. We toil, we struggle, we strife, and we fight, and we do everything that we can to the point where our body is literally broken. And what do we have to show for it? What do we have to show for it? What do you have to show for it? Do you have exactly what you want? If you do, congratulations. Maybe this reading is not for you. Maybe you need to pick a different pile. But what I'm getting in this reading is your helical heart wants to tell you, you need this now. This is what you should be doing now, not later. So we need to stop. We need to reassess our situation, and we need to do things differently if it's not working. Okay, Ace of Cups again. Upside down again. Why? This is cuckoo. Huh? Ace of Cups again. Upside down. I mean, these synchronicities are wild to me. This is wild that we have double energy. So this energy here is the most urgent one. It's the most urgent one, and it's the most confusing to me. But basically, it's like that flower that I was talking about, the flower, where it's zip tied. There's zip ties here. So we're stopping ourselves from blooming here. Why? Everything's available to us. Our flower wants to bloom. It literally wants to open up and let the butterflies, release the butterflies. Release the butterflies, right? And we're climbing. Yeah, oh my God, Ace of Cups upside down. Yeah. It's not holding water. Everything we're doing right now is not holding water. It's not capable of holding anything that we were trying to create or produce here. It's not staying in our cup. Our cup is just falling apart, or it's not working. The zip tying method, it's too loose. It's not working. It's silly. We have to let our flower bloom now. Our flower wants to bloom now. It's time. It's time to just let go and let God. Let God enter you. Enter your heart. Kindness. You are a humanitarian made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others. Your helical heart wants you to know that you are a good person, pile number 2. You are a humanitarian. You were put here to make human beings' lives better. You are here to make people's lives better. You are here to help society and help the world and help heal society. Society can be healed. We need to have faith that, those in charge, the sickness that's in charge of this world can be healed through your shamanic energy, through your loving kindness, through your helical heart. You can be healed. So just keep that in mind as we move along here, that you can be healed. Clarity. Banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are. Yeah. So this stuff here, this is illusion. Even though this feels tangible, right? When they tell you you need to work hard, you need to toil, you need to, the harder you work, the better a person you are. That's BS. The kinder you are, the better you are. The kinder you are, the better the person that you are. This doesn't make you a good person. These people are not necessarily doing good by killing themselves like this, by ignoring the people that love them, just by producing, just by being just by being a chicken in a cage, just producing eggs. I mean, come on. That's not love. That's pain, that's strife. Okay? You need to banish that out of your system, because you can have it all with so much less than what you think, and less is more. In this situation, in your situation right now, less is more. You need to start thinking that way. And that is the truth. Remember the perfection of who you already are. You're not going to get perfect. You're not going to get what you want. This is just going to continue to make you disintegrate and disappear. Yeah, the illusion. The illusion. How you're becoming invisible. How people are not seeing you, like you're almost invisible. I don't know what card that was that I saw this invisible energy. But anyway, yeah. You're not invisible. You're not this invisible labor force. That's BS. That's BS. That's the fog of illusion. That's what they want you to think. They want you to think that you don't matter. And you're starting to believe it, pile number 2. You're starting to believe that you don't matter. That you're not already perfect. But you are. But you are. You are the empress. You are the queen. You are the king. You are the beautiful thing. Your helical heart wants you to know this, and wants you to know that you are perfect already. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Yeah. All this darkness that you've been living in, all this strife, all this turmoil, fighting, feeling of despair, feeling of frustration, feeling of just broken down and beaten down. There's a way through, there's a path through. And at the end of the path is what? Water. Water. It's as simple as that, pile number 2. You need to get into the water, and this will have a profound effect. There's water all throughout your reading. I don't know if you're a water sign, but there is water here. And the water means that you need to get into water. Yeah, you need to literally submerge yourself. You need to literally soak yourself in water. I feel like I'm missing cards here, but maybe not. Oh, here we go. This is the one I was looking for. Yeah. Yeah, you need to get into the water. The water is here in your reading. The ocean, the water. Water is here in your reading all over the place. So, nature is required. Water is required. Alignment. Look, dolphins. Water. Yeah, getting into water and just floating. Floating in water with your eyes closed, preferably in the sunlight or the moonlight, but preferably outdoors. If that's not possible due to weather or location or whatever, you can do this indoors. You can do this in your tub, or you can even do you don't have a tub, you can do this in the shower. If you can find a pool somewhere or a jacuzzi, that's a good spot. But you need to submerge with your face above the water so that you can breathe. But you need to float in water. You need to float. You can also do this creatively by visualizing it in your bed. As you lay there, just imagine yourself floating in water. Yeah, floating in water where the animals, the dolphins dance around you. And the sun is shining down upon you. And you're receiving its healing light. And you're receiving the healing energy of the water as it pulls all of the darkness out of your body and pulls you towards, healing and the light, because that's what it's going to do. It's going to clear all this away. This is going to all clear away. And you need to get aligned with your heart here. Yeah, your heart wants you to align. Your heart here wants you to align yourself. Yeah, and you're going to do that with the assistance of water. So you need to, that is the most practical thing that I can offer to you as a healing modality. I'm not a doctor, but, getting yourself in the water, that's not going to hurt you. It's not. Do it safely, but you just need to float in water. Float in water. Visualize water if you can't float in water, but that's something that's going to heal you. Stubbornness. Yeah, I'm honestly feeling this energy, very strongly in your reading. It's almost like you're not getting the message. What is blocking you here? Pile number 2, there's a blockage. I think because you've worked so freaking hard. You've worked so freaking hard, especially lately. It's like it's endless. And of course you're stubborn about that. This is what you've been doing for so long. This is almost like this is who you are. So how can you stop doing that? You have too many things that require you to toil, right? Or else you wouldn't be toiling. Duh. That's not the message here. The message here is, yes, you feel this way, but it's not. That's the fog of illusion that has literally hypnotized you into believing that this is how it is. It's not how it is. This is society, and this is the lie that we've all been sold, that we are supposed to toil and that we are not okay as we are, but we are. We're okay as we are. If we have to let go of all the things, then we have to let go of all the things. But first and foremost, we need to take care of our heart. And don't be stubborn about that, because that's the most important thing of all. If not now, when? If not now, when? When? When are you going to get this done? Because this is not negotiable anymore. Pile number 2. It's not negotiable. This is something that has to happen. You need to get an alignment, and you need to start dealing with this, because you're not in a good place, unfortunately. And I'm really sorry about that. But I think you lack confidence. Look at you, beautiful avatar. This is your avatar, baby. Yeah, you've got the zip tie on your tail. Cut that zip tie off. You don't need it. Look at his heart. Your helical heart wants to tell you to let your feathers go, baby. Let your feathers fly. Show them the beauty that you are already. Because you are a fantastic, beautiful, amazing person. And the world loves you, and the world wants you as you are. Not invisible. The world doesn't want you like this. The world wants you like this. These two cards are so opposite. Yeah? Look at the peacock strutting. Strut, strut, strut. It's time to strut, baby. Yeah? No one's going to mess with you when you're in this energy. This is girl gang energy. You need to look up that song, Girl Gang by XG. Workflow, hustle game, never pick fights with a girl gang. So you can work. You are a hard worker. You are a hard worker, but you're hard working for shit. It's shit. You're producing shit. All that hard work is not really, it's not enhancing you. You know, it's making you disappear. It's sucking from you and it's making you disappear. This is you right here. Yeah? Girl gang. Yeah? You're amazing. You are a 10. You are a 10. Yes, you are. Yeah. Look up the other song by XG. TGIF. It does not mean thank God it's Friday. It means thank God I'm fly. Yeah? You're a 10, baby. You think it's cocky? I say it's true. You're fly. You are a fly, beautiful beast. You're not a ripped up, torn up, you know, sad, hunchbacked mess. You are beautiful, and you deserve to strut your stuff. You need to have the confidence to do that. Be confident in yourself. It takes courage to put your butt on the line and go for it. And the best way to strengthen your confidence is to just put yourself out there. Who cares what other people think? Oh my God, yeah, who cares? Because you're not going to see those people again. And if you do, so what? Everybody starts somewhere. And don't worry about making mistakes. You can always course correct. That's all this reading is. Okay, this whole reading is about you correcting your course. Your helical heart wants you to correct your course, but you'll never know or grow unless you try. And the more you do, the more confident and successful you will become. This is not success. This is illusion. This toil is illusion. Stop. This is not the way to go. You need to do your art. You need to be inspired. You need to, because the more inspired you are, the more inspiring your life will become. Yeah? It's not about money, guys. Money is a vehicle, but there's other vehicles. There's other ways to get what you need in this world. The more you do, the more confident and successful you'll become. You're going to be a great success. When you shine, we are all inspired to do the same. This is why I always talk about the avatar. This is why I always talk about the avatar. This is the avatar coming up again in our readings. If you've been following me for a while, the avatar comes up a lot. And that Empress energy, I really resonate with the Empress energy. I really resonate with this voluptuous, abundant, happy, satisfied creature. Yeah, who's just got a beautiful flower crown on, and she's just like living. She's living her best life. The peacock, he doesn't care if people don't like the way he sounds. Yeah, he doesn't give a crap. He's living his best life and his heart is happy. Your heart wants to be happy. Your heart loves you and says you are beautiful and you deserve to be happy right now, today, in this moment. You are perfect. And that is your message, pile number 2. I know this reading was very, very difficult, and this reading was very, very intense. For me, it was intense. Like, literally, my throat hurts right now. It's hoarse from delivering this reading. This reading has taken a lot out of me because the message was so strong that your helical heart thinks you're beautiful and wonderful and perfect now as you are, and you are the avatar. You are the girl gang. I love you. Thank you for joining me today. If you liked my reading, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification. Leave me a comment, guys. Let me know what you think. I really would love to see more comments, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a reading. Aloha. Aloha. Pile number 3. Welcome to your tarot card reading for today with Still Waters and Talk Story Tarot. Today we want to speak to our helical heart. We want to understand what our helical heart wants to tell us. What is the helical heart? Very briefly, there's a cardiologist who discovered that the heart is not just a chamber of muscle and valves that pump. It's actually one piece that's, when you unravel it, it's like it's hugging itself, and when you unravel it, it's like a perfect ribbon of tissue. And when this ribbon comes together, it forms a helix. It forms a torus. Now, the torus is the engine of the universe. Basically, the engine of the universe is right inside of us. And instead of pumping, it's actually swirling in 2 different directions and creating this vortex within us. It is super powerful. And now that we know this and we understand this about our heart, today I would really like to take a deep dive into this and find out, pile number 3, what your helical heart wants to tell you. So without further delay, let's get started. But first of all, if you like this video, please like, comment, share the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a reading. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Let's get started. Okay. Official person. Yeah. Official person. So what I'm seeing here with this card is that right now in your life is very structured. Pile number 3. This is how you like it. You like a lot of structure. You know, you've spent your life achieving things. You've worked really hard in your life to achieve your goals. And you've done a great job at achieving your goals. And you've really moved up the ladder of life very quickly. You're a very intelligent person. You like to strategize. You like to debate. You like being in the arena. And you enjoy competition. It motivates you. It moves you forward in your life. And you've done a lot, and you've achieved a lot in your life. And you're very proud of that, and you should be proud of that. We have a 22 here. So we have some angel numbers here. This is your lucky number, pile number 3. 222, 22. Whenever you see this number, take a pause, take a really deep breath, and get centered in your body, because, you know, this energy is not going to stop. And you're a very lucky person, I feel, pile number 3, because you have this about you. You have this very strong will. And this strong will has really gotten you far in life. And it will continue to do so. So you should feel very happy that you have that you have this strong will. Despite what you may think sometimes, you know you're the boss. You know that you're a soldier. and you've soldiered through so much in your life. Maybe you need to soften things a little bit, but I don't feel like this is holding you back. I feel like this energy continues to drive you forward in life. So that's great to know, and let's keep going. All right, imprisonment. Two very different cards here. Yeah. So, like I said, we're trying to figure out what the helical heart is trying to tell us. So our first card, the helical heart, is trying to tell us that we have this amazing willpower, and we have this, soldier quality about us. We have, leadership, great leadership potential and qualities. However, we also have this imprisonment card. So what I'm thinking is, what I'm getting is that you don't think that you're the boss. You don't think that you're the shit. You don't think that you have leadership potential, but you definitely do. Pile number 3. Your helical heart wants you to know that you are very strong, very capable, and you have a great strong will. And your helical heart has a strong will right alongside you. That strong will comes from your helical heart. Now this imprisonment card, it's almost like you've stifled that. You've been stifling this with a lot of maybe talking down to yourself, maybe conditions that you've set upon yourself because of your conditioning. Maybe people talked bad about you a lot, or maybe they treated you very wrongly. Maybe they've kept you under lock and key. Something's going on, but your helical heart wants to express itself in this way, and it's being kept under lock and key. And you've had messengers tell you this. You've had some connection with maybe a familiar, with an animal spirit, or with animals in your life. You have a connection to animals, but for some reason your heart is under lock and key. Your potential is under lock and key. We need to figure out what the key is to unlock this, because your helical heart wants you to unlock this. Your helical heart wants to set you free so that you can soldier on in your journey, and you can keep, you can keep on your path here. And your path seems very, very, very clear to me, that you have a happy life ahead of you. You really do. A very prosperous, very happy, and very secure. Maybe this is insecurity here. Maybe you're feeling insecure, but you have a secure future. You have a future that is very bright and very secure. And your helical heart wants you to know that, and to unlock yourself at this point, because this is not serving you. Okay? Prosperity begins as soon as you unlock your potential, as soon as you release the confines you have put and restricted your heart under. Your heart will soar and be set free. And the seeds are already planted here. They're planted. And this is what the helical heart actually looks like when it unfolds itself. It's like it's a hug, and it unravels. And there's a seed in your heart here, and it wants to unfold and unravel and be set free. So this is the key. I think maybe the key is for you to literally get down in the soil. I'm talking a practical approach, okay? Something tangible, something real. You need to maybe get your hands in the soil. Maybe that's what maybe the seed lies in you really getting down in the soil. Maybe you need to get into gardening. quite literally get into some gardening, maybe help out on a farm or help out in a community garden, maybe start your own little garden, maybe just a few plants. Maybe get some plants or just start something. Something needs to start here, is what I'm feeling. Because you have been keeping things under wraps and you don't need to do that anymore. I think this phase is ending and prosperity is beginning. And you are going to prosper. I feel this is good, really good energy here. I don't get a bad energy from this. I think you've been a soldier, you are a soldier, and you will be able to reap the benefits of that, of all of your, you know, your will and your hard work and your determination and your tenacity. You're very tenacious, you're very forthright, you're very righteous, and you want to fight for what's right, and you always want to do the right thing. You try really hard, and you feel like everyone's against you. And no one people just look down on you because you're always trying to do the right thing, but you're not the one with the problem. You're not. This is not problematic energy. It can be problematic for triflers, for people who are not righteous, for people who are not living in integrity, for people who are not doing the right thing. They can be very threatened by this, and they can try to strip you and repress you and keep you under lock and key. But what I'm telling you here, what your helical heart is telling you here, is that you need to forget about all that, set yourself free, and allow your willful, your very strong and righteous heart to help you really stand up and be proud of yourself. Pile number 3. Because prosperity is yours, and all you have to do is cultivate it. Yeah. I mean, what does gardening have to do with being a soldier? I think what it has to do is it grounds your energy so that you are able to focus better. Yeah. You're able to focus better when you're not looking at social media and seeing what other people are doing and just feeling like embarrassed, like you don't want to express yourself. No. You need to get away from all of that. You need to not listen to the people who are around you who are telling you to repress yourself. You need to cultivate, the best version of yourself. And you can do that because your helical heart is telling you, your helical heart is there for you, and it wants to help you to meet your full potential. We have a house here. It looks like an estate. And again, here we have a gate. We have bars. We have lock and key. So I don't know what your situation is, pile number 3. I mean, we're all different. We all have different situations, but you did choose this pile. And I'm seeing a lot of like gated energy, protected energy, scared energy, fearful energy. Yeah. Very fearful of this world. And I want to tell you something, pile number 3. I get it. This world is getting really, really weird, don't you think? Really weird. Like, I'm getting, all of a sudden, I'm getting pain in this finger. Like, a lot of pain in this finger right here. I don't know why. But I feel like you have been struggling with fear. It's like you feel safer. Your safety, I feel like your safety is always like you feel like you're being threatened. I don't know if you're not in a safe situation or what is going on, but there's issues with your home. I mean, this is a big house. There's a lot of windows. There's a lot of rooms. And but it's all behind a gate, like you can't see what's going on behind closed doors. And I don't know what your situation is or if you're safe or not, but there is issues around safety here. And what your helical heart wants to tell you is that you are better than all that. And you are worth more than all that. And you can get out of that. You can. Don't be afraid of your situation. Don't be afraid of the circumstances that have been placed before you. Your helical heart wants to tell you that you are a soldier and you will get through this, pile number 3. You will. And you need to get out of this energy of feeling so defensive. Like I said, I get it. I get that the world is crazy and there's so many triflers. Like, you can't even go out your door without being assaulted nowadays. It's cuckoo. But what I'm going to tell you is that I'm learning. Every day I learn new things. And one thing I have recently discovered in the past few days is that this world is also, and I knew this, but I was able to reflect on this very much. And this world is also, let me try and backtrack. The further that we get down in the muck, okay, is the higher that we rise into the light. So the reason why we're being faced with all of this darkness is because there is this push and pull energy. And the light is so strong and bright right now. It really is. You have to get out of your dark place in order to see that, but trust and believe that it is there. Outside of this gate, if you follow this path, you're going to come upon a most magnificent scene that awaits you. I don't know what it is. Personally, I don't know what the scene is that you're going to see, but it's going to blow your frigging mind. And you're going to be so inspired, and you're going to be so like, wow, this world is amazing, and this world is wonderful, and this world is safe. And I feel safe here. When you leave this gate where you feel so unsafe, like things are going to get you, as soon as you leave the gate and you go out and you experience the world, you are going to have your mind blown at how wonderful things are. I know that sounds really strange, but just trust me, this is the message that you're receiving, not from me, but from your heart. Your heart wants you to know that there's so much potential for you to learn and grow in this world, because this world has so much potential, and this world is just brimming with creative energy, and brimming with love, and brimming with hope, and things to love you and inspire you, and people to love you and inspire you and help you. Trust and believe there is help out there. Do not despair, pile number 3, because prosperity is beginning. I really do feel like we've turned a huge corner in our lives and on this planet. We have turned a huge corner, and prosperity is beginning. And I'm not talking about doubloons, okay? I'm not talking about coin. Coin is just a part of it. I'm talking about your potential for the rest of your life, and your potential here on this planet to be a helper and a healer, and to be connected to the universe, and to be connected to God, and to be connected to your higher self. There's so much potential here for your eternal happiness. Let's keep going. So we have Kali Yantra. Yeah. I think that you need to start literally chanting, praying, saying your mantras, whatever they are for you. If you don't know, get some literature, read about it, figure out what works for you, But I believe prayer is required in this situation. You need to seek a higher power, something greater than yourself, whatever that is. We have put too much, society and ourselves, we put all the pressure on ourselves. We have put so much literal atmospheric pressure on the individual rather than seeking the all. We are so reluctant to contact God. We are so reluctant to tap into a higher power. You know, we battle. Many of us battle with that. We battle with our connection to Source. And we disconnect from Source and we think that we're doing the right thing by being, really kind of disconnected, and only our only source of connection in this world is only to ourselves. But your helical heart says, I need God. Your helical heart says, I need a boost. I need you to charge my batteries with some spiritual downloads. I need you to take a moment in prayer. Either, any time of day is a good time for prayer. But pray. Pile number 3. Your helical heart wants you to pray, because your helical heart is literally a prayer. This is your helical heart. When it's pumping and thumping and swirling, it's trying to connect. Literally, the magnetotorus in that your heart is trying to connect to Source. It's like a plug that's trying to find an outlet. Your helical heart. And your helical heart says, plug me in. Please plug me in. I need a boost. Just because connecting to Source, connecting to God, praying, it's the ultimate act of surrender. It's surrendering. And what happens when you surrender? Yeah? When you finally give in. When you finally throw your hands up. Anything can happen, right? It's almost like God is going to arrest you. You've surrendered. Put your hands up. Put your hands behind your back. Get on the ground. It's almost like we're afraid of God because of what God could do to us, or what God wants to do to us. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Because as we are connected to the all, we are just manifestations of that. In all kinds of ways. And our helical heart is literally this little tornado, double-sided tornado that is like the engine of our bodies, thus the engine of the universe. It's very loose language I'm using here, because I don't have all the terminology to properly express my thoughts. But our helical heart is literally in prayer mode all the time. Keeping us alive is a prayer. Yeah? Getting us through our day in one piece is a prayer. It's working so hard for you, pile number 3. All behind the scenes, it's praying for you. It wants to plug in, and it wants your involvement. It wants you to be involved in this process. It's going to do it without you. It's doing it constantly, but because you're disconnected from that, you're not seeing this, and you're not getting the full potential of it. You're not reaping the benefits of it when you're kind of disconnected from it and you're turned off from it. But this is a plug. To me, this is trying to plug into Source. And when you just breathe and take a moment and surrender to a higher power, you're going to reap some incredible benefits from that. And just the fact that you're doing it feels good. You know, it makes you feel like, you know, the rest of my day is going to be cherry. It's going to be fine because, you know, I've been plugged in. I took a moment, I breathed through it. I released all the tension of my day, and now my day is just cool. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but that's what I got with that card. So let's move on. Sacred Scar. Sacred Scar. Maybe I should cover these. Sacred Scar. Yeah. Interesting. We'll just kind of look at it here. I don't want to get censored, but I still want to be able to view this card. Okay. Sacred Scar here. There is some... I definitely feel sexual energy in this card. And I feel like there was some damage done to you. You know, there was some damage done to your heart. Even potentially your sexual organs. This has come up a lot, you know, actually in both, I believe both pile number 1 and pile number 2's reading. I had not necessarily sexual abuse, but there was a need to connect with the sacral chakra and the sex organs. There was a need, the heart wanted you to establish, to cleanse this area of your body and to reinvigorate this area of your body. And I think there's been, in your case, now this might not be for everyone listening, but for you, pile number 3, your helical heart wants to help you to heal this scar, this specific scar on your heart that is connected to your sexual organs, your sexuality, even your gender identity. I feel like there's some kind of scar here. Something happened, something major happened to you. It may have happened to you without your knowledge or consent. It may have happened to you in a past life. But there is damage here. And there is a wound. And it's a very deep wound. And it's going to take time to heal. This is not something that you can just be like, oh, that happened. Okay, I'm going to heal that. No. This is something you're going to carry throughout your lives. This was major. You went through some major thing, major trauma here that left a scar on your heart. And I'm really sorry about that, pile number 3. I mean, you've looked away from your situation completely. It's almost like, now I see why surrendering is so hard for you. Because you've had to surrender in the past to abuse. You've had to turn your face away and disconnect and literally astrally project out of your body to get away from it. And I'm really sorry this happened to you, and I'm actually starting to feel rage in my body. I'm starting to feel rage because what happened to you was very wrong, whatever it was. It might not even be what I'm insinuating it is. It could have been something else, but something clicked. There was a moment in your life or in one of your past lives, but there was a major moment where something, your growth, as you were growing, your growth was stunted because of the situation. But your spiritual mind was plugged in a way of like really, really intense protective energy spiritually, because your fragile body was not in your control. Your fragile self, your sense of self, your sense of self-worth, your person, the person that you are, who your soul just left your body. You are still alive, but your soul left your body in order to protect you. It was like, yeah, it was like complete disconnection. I don't know if you have depersonalization disorder, derealization disorder, dissociative disorder, but there's something like that going on here in this reading, where your ability to disconnect from yourself is really high, and you can do it at the drop of a hat. Anytime you're feeling any kind of physical discomfort, you just kind of leave yourself, you leave your body. And it can cause you to get into situations where you can potentially be re-abused, because it's like you just shut off, you shut down. And I feel like this card here is connected to this card here. Okay, the imprisonment card and this card of sacred scar. Yeah, you've kept yourself locked up inside. You've built a fortress for yourself in order to protect yourself, but it's more of a prison than it's protecting you at this point, because this is who you are. Yeah, you're a soldier. You've been through a huge trauma, but your will is strong. You're still here. You survived. You are still here. And it's not because you imprisoned yourself. It's not because you disconnected. That's not why you're here. You were strong before the trauma, and you are just as strong now. So you have to realize that your potential is great. And what you need to do is surrender to a higher power. Don't just rely on yourself for this. You know, you need help. You need helpers. And one of those helpers, quite literally, is Source, is God. Yeah. Your spirit needs that. Your spirit needs to be filled with the light of God all the way into your sex organs. And prayer is required. Yeah. You need to pray to help heal this scar in your heart. I mean, your helical heart has been scarred, but it's so freaking strong that it can get through anything, quite literally. Okay, we have the sun energy. It was reversed. So yeah, we need to start praying. See, she's in prayer mode. She's in meditation mode. So yeah, this is what's required, because you're not quite there yet. Yeah, sun upside down. You're not feeling the warmth of the sun at this point. But all you have to do to flip this is, it's very easy. This is something you can do yourself. You don't need help with this. This part is prayer. I mean, maybe you can. It's all up to you how you go about it. You can quite literally start going to church. You can join groups. You can join self-help groups. But you need to start, you need to realize that you need help, and you need to realize that you need to start working on this in order to free yourself and liberate yourself and start to feel the warmth of your sun. Maybe that's also required. Maybe you need some sunlight, literal sunlight. We cannot survive without this, no matter what anybody tells you. And you can literally be allergic to the sun, but you still need to get some. Yeah, you still need to get out into the light. You still need to at least experience some of its healing benefits. Okay, this is upside down to Strength card. Not surprising this comes up in your reading, because what have I been saying this whole time? You're a soldier. You are strong. You're a tiger. And you've been through so much, and it wasn't your fault that crap happened to you when you were small and vulnerable, but you no longer are. Yeah, you've grown. You've strengthened yourself. You've been in protective mode for a long time, but through all of that, you've soldiered on, and you've learned how to protect yourself, and you're like, no one can touch you now. They would be foolish to mess with this. Any trifler would be foolish to mess with this energy. You don't have to surrender to those kind of people. What you need to surrender to is your potential. You need to allow yourself to experience your power, your own power, because you surrender to the wrong things. You have been, because of the scar on your heart. Yeah. It's almost like a fainting goat. You have fainting goat itis. Fainting goat itis, where you see something that is, you feel the danger, you see the danger, you lock yourself down, you shut down, you surrender to a problem, but a problem that you don't have to. Yeah, it's just the automatic response. You get triggered very easy by, because of this scar, because of this situation that happened. But what your helical heart wants to tell you is that no one can touch you now. Yeah, you're strong and you're capable. Yes, this card was upside down, but it's just because you're not seeing it. Yeah, the sun was upside down because you're not doing the work. So you need to start doing the work, because this is you already. Yeah, this is you already. You just don't see it. You don't realize your own potential here. But your helical heart wants you to know that you have this potential. Okay. So this is the Wheel of Fortune card. The Wheel of Fortune comes up in your reading. I feel like, yeah, we still have this strength energy in here. We have sort of meditative energy here. We're contemplating our potential and our strength. And I feel like I said, prosperity is beginning for you. I think things are working in motion for you right now. But it's not going to be easy. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. Pile number 3. It's going to take some work. And because I feel like you're still very resistant to this. I think you're still very resistant, because being in protective mode, being in that mode for so long, it's like you don't really see a way out of that. I mean, you're considering it, but you don't see yourself that way. You don't see yourself as the lion. You see yourself outside of the lion, because you've been disassociating for so long. At least that's what I'm seeing with this card. But what this card is also saying is that it's gonna keep turning. You're gonna have many opportunities for you to change this energy, because you are strong enough to do that. There's Leo energy here, there's Taurus energy here, there's a lot of and there's angels here, and there's feathers. I mean, you have a lot of I would say animal protectors, animal guides in the higher realms that provide you with this extra boost in strength, this extra boost in like power and regalness and force to push you forward. And I think you're gonna do it. I think eventually you're gonna start to realize that you can soften this protective mode. You can just kind of like open your window a little bit. Look outside and see, just see. And eventually you can join in whatever's going on outside instead of always being the observer and feeling very left out and feeling jealous because you're not getting the things that other people are getting. You're not experiencing the things that they are. And you want those things, but it's almost like you prevent yourself. You shoot yourself in the foot. You prevent yourself from getting those things and going out and experiencing those things, because that's the only way you're going to get it. That's the only way you're going to get what you want, is if you let go, let God, pray, and allow. Okay. We have the Four of Cups. Yeah. Four of Cups. There's things that have been offered to you here, like this information. Your helical heart is giving you this gift. It's giving you this information, and you're still very in this haughty, reluctant energy. But it's trying to help you to open the door and really, really open your heart. That's so hard. That is so hard. But it's giving you choices here. You have options. You don't have to do anything major. That's not required. Opening the key, opening the gate, and the key, you already have the key. It's in your hand, okay? It's like that movie, Fight Club. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen that movie. At the end of the movie, he's got a gun pointed at him. And he realizes that because the person pointing the gun at him isn't real, the gun is actually in his hand. All that stuff was just in his mind. And there was no gun pointed at him. He was pointing the gun at himself. He was his own worst enemy. So what are you really protecting yourself from? Are you protecting yourself from the world and the dangers in the world? Or are you just beating yourself up here for no reason? Yeah, because that can happen after trauma. After any kind of trauma, we can degrade ourselves and beat ourselves up about it, and that's not necessary here. What's necessary is for you to love yourself. What's necessary is for you to heal that scar in your heart, and to love on your heart, and to love on your body, and to give yourself all that loving, healing, warm energy from the sun, literally. And I'm not saying that you need to do anything wild. You don't need to have some kind of an ecstatic experience. You don't have to have some liberative. You don't have to go out there and start, doing a bunch of crap that you really shouldn't be doing. I don't know if that's making sense, but sometimes when people have these realizations, they flip and they do the opposite and they go wild and they go crazy. You don't have to do that. You just have to heal, period. And there's opportunities for you to heal all the time. So you just need to relax, seriously, because you've got so much locked down and locked up inside. Yeah. This is what's waiting for you. The world is right outside your door, pile number 3. And your heart wants to tell you that. Look, here we have the bull and the lion again coming up in your reading. And the eagle. Yeah, you have so much here protecting you and guiding you. You have so much here. This is like you have sigils. It's almost like you're in your own club here. And it's awesome. Like, you're part of something even greater than what even what you've been offered so far. You're part of something even greater than that. You're already in the club, pile number 3. You're already president of the greatest club there's ever been. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm just getting that you're already in the secret organization of awesomeness. Yeah? You're already there. And that's what you're not seeing. That is the strongest message in your reading thus far. Yeah. There's angels here. Yeah, you have angel numbers in your reading. You have animal familiars that keep coming up in your reading. The same animal familiars keep coming up. Why is that? Because these are 2 different decks and 2 different cards. This is the Wheel of Fortune and the World card. And here we have the eagle and the lion and the bull. And here we have the eagle and the lion and the bull. Yeah. These are keep coming up for you. And the arrows, there's arrows here. There's just stuff I'm seeing here that is just like reminders that you're already there. And you already have all the potential and all the help that you need. Just spiritually, you have all this. And you're in this club. And it doesn't matter if there's anybody else in the club. You're already there, and the world just wants to open itself to you. The world just wants to give you all of its gifts, and it's been trying to do that. But you're just not letting it because you're in protective mode, and that's totally understandable. But you don't have to be anymore, pile number 3. Your helical heart wants you to know that. 3 of Pentacles. You've got everything you need here. Yeah, there's no need to compete. This is happy energy, but what I'm seeing here is that, everybody's trying to climb up at the same time. There's none of that. That's just you projecting. That's just you worrying about stuff that you shouldn't even be worrying about. It shouldn't even concern you. Like, you see yourself as an outsider looking out, but really you're the insider. You're the ultimate insider. You already have a whole team protecting you. You already have everything you need. You're already at the top, baby. You're way up here. You're already at the top, and what you really should be is looking within your heart and healing your heart, because once you do that, everything's gonna fall away that doesn't matter, and you're just gonna be able to enjoy life as it comes and deal with things as it comes, rather than always seeing the potential for disaster and always being in like a prepper, like you're in preparation mode for something bad to happen to you. Which is understandable, that's just kind of been your mode, but you don't have to do that anymore, pile number 3. It's not necessary. I'm kind of flying through these because I want to get to your message cards, because we've really established what's going on here with you. 2 of Swords. So you're really confused here. You're deciding. You're deciding what you want to do. That's good. That's progress. But you kind of feel stuck on what should I do? Is this really happening? Why is my helical heart trying to tell me this about myself? Maybe I should just not listen. Maybe I should just pretend like this reading doesn't apply to me, but it does apply to you, pile number 3, because it's coming through very strongly that you've gone through stuff, you've soldiered on, and you have the will and the power and the strength and the fortitude and you're like a bull and you can just power through things. But you tend to shut down when the danger is like in front of you. Yeah, your body just kind of, you lose yourself a little bit. And so it's hard to make a decision from that standpoint, right? Because you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself to make a decision at all, let alone the right decision or a wrong decision. You just don't trust yourself to be the one making the decisions. But that's crazy because you are the decision maker. You are the one in charge. You have to realize that you are the head man in charge and you have to make a decision. If you don't, things can get really screwed up. You can't just say, oh no, you do it. I don't want to do it. You do it. You make the decision for me. Don't give your power away. Pile number 3. Why are you doing this? There's no reason for it, because whatever decision you make is going to be the right one for you. Period. Point blank, period. You're not capable of making a bad decision. Why am I saying that? I don't know. It just came out. You are not capable of making bad decisions. Because at this point, whatever, you have to just make a damn decision. You're not making decisions. You're just leaving it, up to people that shouldn't be making decisions for you at all. You're listening to things, you're listening to advice, and you're listening to things that you shouldn't be. Because what your helical heart wants you to know, pile number 3, is that you are the one in charge. You are the decision maker. You are the best person to make decisions for you because you know you best. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. See, we've turned the corner here, guys. You have turned a big corner here. And it's already happening. The heaven on earth is here for you. It awaits you. It's there for you. You just have to take that leap of faith. You have to have faith in that higher power that is guiding your life here and that wants you to be happy. Even though there's so much going on that, you should just be a hermit crab in your shell, but no. It's time to come out of your shell because heaven on earth is here for you. And all it takes is for you to walk out your door. You never know what you're going to find when you walk out your door. Detachment. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. Yeah. You're used to being detached. You're used to being, but in a way that's not good for you because you're allowing yourself to be abused. And that's an old pattern that no longer serves your highest ideals of love. It no longer serves you at all. This being abused, and pretending it's love or thinking it's love, that's not love. It's a fantasy. It's not love. You need to get away from that old pattern of allowing others to control you, of giving others the power, and these triflers, they like having power over you, pile number 3, because they can feel and they know how amazing you are, how freaking powerful you are. And it's like a hunter, okay? A little soft-bodied hunter with all these guns and all these weapons, and and he's all covert with his hunting gear on, and he's all like got his ghillie suit on, he's hiding, and he's laying in wait, and he just, kills a bear who could rip his limbs off, who could just completely destroy this soft-bodied human. Yeah? They see you. You're this bear. You're this big prize that they just want to mount on their wall, that they literally want to mount and conquer. It's almost like conquering Mount Everest, conquering you. Because you are amazing. You're an alpha. You are a beast. You are a mountain that people just want to conquer. Because it's almost like conquering an enemy. So in fact, you are their enemy. And you're just surrendering to your enemy. Yeah, no more of that. No more of that. You're not going to surrender to your enemy anymore. You're going to surrender to the higher power. That's what you're surrendering to. The higher power, because the higher power is going to help you to establish yourself in a much more positive, much more prosperous, and in a way that's going to make you happy for the rest of your life. Yeah, I promise. Your helical heart wants you to know this. Cycles. Yeah, so we had the Wheel of Fortune here. We are all becoming. Surrender. Again, surrender, release to your changes. Release your fear. That is the strongest thing I was getting in your reading, is that you're not seeing yourself rightly because you're so afraid. And you might not know that you're afraid. That's just your modus operandi. It's just the way that your engine has been running for so long because of the scar. Yeah. Release your fear. Trust this powerful, powerful process. It's so powerful. And it's going to heal you. And anything you can do at all, period, any modality, it doesn't matter what it is, anything you can do to heal, period, any healing modality, doesn't matter what it is. Could be metaphysical, could be, medicinal, doesn't matter. Taking your vitamins, working out, eating, more green foods, checking your blood pressure. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything to heal is going to help you. Yeah. Prayer, meditation, going in the water, getting sun on your skin, digging your hands in the earth. I think that's the strongest one that I can give you, is gardening and digging your hands in the earth. But whatever you do to heal you is going to help you. Because at this point, anything helps. Yeah, anything's going to help. And you're going through a tremendous cycle right now. Because you're waking up and you're realizing that you've been doing this sort of like autopilot. You've been autopiloting your anxiety. Yeah, you've just been in this anxious cycle. And you don't have to be, because you are beyond your fears. Your fears are not real. These fears that you've been surrendering to are not real. Yeah. You need to surrender to the fact that they're not real. You need to surrender to the fact that you're awesome and that you're strong. You've been through so much and you've survived. Drama queen. Yeah. There's been so much freaking drama in your world. You've dealt with so much drama. And it's almost like you live for the drama. There's really nothing wrong with that, other than it keeps you in your body in a state of constant anxiety, because you're like, it's almost like you're predicting that this stuff's gonna happen, and when the drama happens, when the bad thing happens, it's like, see, you just want to tell everybody about it, and you're wearing a crown with an L on it, loser. It just makes you look stupid. Quite literally, pile number 3. And I'm not just saying that. I really mean it. It makes you look like a frigging loser to everyone when you're in that constant panic state. It's like people have to change themselves in order to deal with you. And that's not okay. This is something we need to heal. It's just the way that we have become because of our trauma. Because we've been through trauma, it's like, see, look at what happened. You want to tell people the bad news. You want to spread the bad news and confirm that, yes, I was right. Yeah? I knew that she was going to do this. Or I knew that this was going to happen. Or I look at what this amazingly bad thing that happened. It's like you text people with bad news. And you need to stop doing that. Even though you feel like they need that information, they really don't. They don't need to know about, this horrible traffic accident that happened like several towns away from them. They don't need to know about the fight that broke out, at the high school football game. They don't need to know all this like bad news. Yeah? You telling them this just brings their energy down. You need to start telling better stories and get out of this anxious state, because it's no way to live. That little dopamine hit you get from spreading the bad news and being a drama queen, it makes you a loser. You lose. You're losing something every time, and you cause others to lose things. Their sense of security, their happiness for their day. It just brings everybody down. And I'm not telling you have to be love and light all the time, but you don't even need to do anything, is what I'm saying. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Yeah, it's because of our wound that we become micromanagers. We become drama queens. We become anxious people who have the potential to erupt. We can just be like the linchpin or the grenade in the room, and everybody's looking at us like, that one person that you kind of have to tiptoe around. Yeah. I'm not saying you're an asshole. I'm just saying that because of your unhealed trauma, this card has come up in your reading. And you lose. This is a card that means that this is not serving you and that you need to tell a different story. Yeah. Release your fear. This is major to do this, because it's a humbling experience. You need to humble yourself in order to not tell these stories anymore, and to not spread drama, and to not cause drama, and to relax, and to just kind of allow and just let things happen. You can warn people about things, but you don't have to tell them things they don't need to know just because you know them. Just because you know something bad happened doesn't mean everybody's got to know about it. You know what I mean? Okay, I think we can move on from that. I think you got the message, right? And it's good to know. You want to know these things about yourself, pile number 3. Your helical heart wants you to know. It wants you to be in awareness. You want to know good things, not bad things. You don't want to be in this drama queen energy, but you want to know the good things. Yeah? I'm not talking about positive. I'm talking about the things that are beneficial. They benefit you. They help you. The helpful things are good to know. This helped me. Now, let's say, we're talking about drama. Let's say the person is going home, right? And you know that there was a traffic accident on their route. That's good to know, because then they can change. It helps them to know that there's this problem that is going to come up for them. So that's good to know. But you don't need to tell them about something that's not going to affect them. Just because it's juicy, just because it's a drama. That's what I mean by that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear these things because they can be... I'm trying not to be super direct and to the point because it might not resonate with all of you. You might be a very calm person who is not, not even resonating with this, but you did pick this pile, so you need to just try to figure out how this resonates with you, right? Okay, what is this? Full spectrum. Look at this. Getting your hands in the earth, getting your knees in the earth. This is a gardening card. Haha. This is a gardening card. You know what connects us? When we dig in the soil, it also connects us to the ancients. It connects us to, because when we die, we go, that's where we end up, right? We end up in the soil, we end up in the ethers, we end up becoming part of this world, and the flowers grow from us, we benefit, the fruits heal us, keep us alive. I mean, it just becomes a part of this incredible cycle. We become part of the cycle. Yeah? Cycles. Wheel of Fortune cycles. We're cycling here. We need to realize that we're connected to everything, so we need to get connected to everything. We can't disconnect ourselves. I'm feeling this great disconnect in your reading. Pile number 3. Your helical heart wants you to tell you to get connected, get plugged in, become part of the cycle, be an active participant in this process. Be an active participant in this world. And not only you will benefit from that. Everyone, this world will benefit from your involvement, from your you actively plugging in and you actively just embodying who you are from all the way down, all the way up. It's time for you to fully embody yourself and to get grounded and get connected to this wonderful world and this wonderful planet, quite literally. Look at how the plants are wrapping around the soil. It's all connected. The energy is so healing. And this will help to heal you quite literally. So I think you should explore this. You should explore healing modalities, prayer, any kind of healing modality. But I think what's coming up a lot in your reading is getting connected to the soil, the plants, and the earth. I think that's really going to help you. Okay, this is our final card here, guys. What's it say? Give each other space. How interesting. Give each other space. Yeah, wow. I don't know, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I'm going to flip the card to see what the message is, to see if it connects with what I'm feeling right now. Sometimes it's hard to work out our differences when we don't have enough space. So take a step back to create room for authentic conversation. Perhaps you need to consult with a therapist to guide you through the emotional thicket, or maybe you just need some new tools for healthy communication. Whatever it is, don't try to fix it right now. Give each other space. Okay, I think this connects more to like the drama queen energy. Yeah. And giving yourself away to people who don't, giving your power away. Yeah. Because you're connecting with people in situations that are not healthy for you, because it confirms in you the scar. It confirms your wound. It says, yes, bad things happen to me. Bad things are always happening to me and will always happen to me. And I predicted it. I knew. So that makes me safe, right? I knew. And then you spread this drama to others. It's like misery loves company. And so you're hanging out with miserable people and confirming misery. Like, yeah, we knew this bad thing was going to happen. We knew that bad thing was going to happen. But let me tell you that this world is not a bad place. It's not as bad as you think just because you were harmed in this world. This world has great potential for harm and even greater potential for love and peace. Trust and believe in that. You need to trust and believe in that. And with that being said, pile number 3, your helical heart had such an incredible message for you today. And you've turned the corner now. So now that you know all these things and you've grown to understand your helical heart and its message and what it's telling you about you and about how you're going to heal, I think you got a lot to go with here. Yeah, we learned a lot. And there's a lot to go with. And yes, you need to acknowledge your scar. Acknowledge it and say, you know what? I want to heal now. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to soften. And I'm ready to meet my full potential. You're ready. You've turned the corner. It's time. And thank goodness for that, right? Because you don't want to be imprisoned anymore. No. And thank you so much, pile number 3. I really enjoyed your reading today. I learned a lot. We learned a lot together. And we just want to thank our helical heart for delivering us this message today. If you like this reading, please like, comment, all this stuff. Hit the notification so you never miss a reading from me. And have a wonderful rest of your week. And just be happy because things are going great. Get out there, meet people, meet new people, get in new situations, and just allow and enjoy your life. Aloha.